Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since we've had a chit chat, so guess what? This is a chit chat. I know I've been on and I've done a project share and I did menu Monday and I did my grocery haul yesterday, and my happy mail last Thursday from Fiona Jane, but we haven't had a chit chat. I know on Monday when I did menu Monday, I said I'd be back with a chat. I did record a chat, then I got sidetracked, and I don't think it made any sense anyway because I was tired and I was rambling. I don't even know. I couldn't remember what I was saying or anything after I did it, so it got deleted. Then I said yesterday that I'd do one, and again, I didn't actually record one last night. I was just so tired that I couldn't. And to top it off, we don't have internet at the moment. Our internet is down. So this will be being uploaded via, what do they call it? Mobile data. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the internet. They're saying it's outages in the area. I've given them 24 hours to fix it without me. Like, I have contacted them. I have got what did you call it? Like a receipt number where I've contacted them, but I'll be ringing tomorrow and demanding it be back on ASAP if it's not, because Corey has to do his schoolwork. And being homeschooled or doing school through distance ed, he has to have the internet. There is no hard copy books this year. It is all online. Now, how can he do his schooling if the internet's down? He can't. So that's the drama that's going on at the moment. And my kids are really, really, really missing the internet. Me, yeah, I am. Mainly for looking up, getting images and stuff that, oh, sorry, guys, I can use in projects like challenge entries and that I've got going out. So what I'm actually doing is trying to find stamps and things and papers and that I've got where I don't need any internet to get images. I have got a few challenge entries ready to send. I'm just finishing off like putting notes and cards and stuff. So they'll probably be that. I was hoping to send them tomorrow, depending on how much longer I can keep my eyes open for. Will depend on whether they go tomorrow or whether they go Friday. Not that that one day is going to make a massive difference because they're going overseas, so they're still going to take a couple of days to go where they're going, a couple of days. At least a week and a half, 2 weeks. And that's the only way I can send them at the moment because they're both going. I think I can get, if I space it out right in the envelope. I did finish my entry for Debbie Vignola. I will do a VR for that soon. But I'm hoping that I can fit them like side by side in an envelope like this and send it as a letter, which will only cost me $3 as opposed to if I stuck them in a post pack, and it would cost me a minimum of 16, and if I wanted it there within 5 days, it would cost me 24. And I really, if they don't reach her in time, I'm not phased. I have been working on these since she announced her challenge. The original lot I lost in my creative mess. So then I decided to make new ones. Well, on Sunday, I got banished from the kitchen and housework and stuff. Put those back over there so I don't lose them. So I cleaned up. The boys, because being Mother's Day, the boys said, no, we'll do the kitchen, we'll cook dinner, you just sit and do whatever you want. So I thought I wanted to clean. I didn't want to clean, I wanted to craft. But when I looked around myself, there was no way I was going to be able to craft in the mess that I had around me. So I decided that enough's enough. I tidied all my laces, so they're back in their boxes with lids on the shelf, nice and neat. And I actually used some, as you can see on these, some trims. And I was able to just go, and this was actually, because of the size of them and that, I was able to use, I created like 2 bags of scrap, larger scraps, smaller scraps. When I say scraps, bits that wouldn't wind onto the cardboard that I've got. So I was able to dig into that and get enough stuff to do these, which was good because I bought out one box and it had a range of stuff in it that I could use to embellish the spools. So yeah, I did. I found the original ones I'd made. So I ended up, I think all up I had like 7, and she only wanted 4. And I thought, oh, well, I'll send the 7. But then I mucked up on 3. So she's ended up with 4. I mucked up on 2. And I threw the 3rd one out, which I think I showed you in another video. I'd used the shimmer sprays. And it was it didn't turn out the right colours for me. I didn't like it at all. And maybe I don't know if they do make it or not, but maybe if there was a white shimmer mist or something that I could have toned it down with, I might have been able to do something with it, but I didn't like it. It turned orange. I used the wrong colours. So the colours I put together turned orange, and I don't like orange very much. So I disposed of that. But that's crafting, isn't it? We all experiment. It either sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. This time it didn't. So yeah, I found them. I finished them. There is 4 to go off. But it'll be a matter of whether I do it tomorrow or Friday, depending on what I do tonight. But they have to be there by the 31st of May. If I send it tomorrow, it's 2 weeks. And I don't think it'll get there. Although sometimes mail surprises you and it gets there quicker than, saying Bob's your uncle. So, yeah. What else have I been doing? I have been stamping. You can't really see the colours that well. Been testing the stamps that I was gifted from Fiona. So I've been stamping, colouring in, and fussy cutting. The one with the pussycat. Oh, is it going to focus? Is that focused? No, not really. It's focusing on me instead of that. There we go. So yes, I've been doing that because I've been making jams for the ATC Trade and Jam group I'm in on Facebook. And I've got probably 10 of those I want to get sent out. So yeah, I've been really busy, but I've been busy in everyday life as well. No, things are just chaotic at the moment. Oh, blurry. Focus. I have been I'm not going to say down because I haven't really been down. Emotional is probably the word. I don't know if there's a full moon at the moment or what, but my emotions have been all over the place. I had a meltdown tonight, a real big meltdown. I don't know, like, every now and then, like, it seems to be more often at the moment, I just have these meltdowns where I feel I can't keep going. I feel I can't keep doing everything that I am doing. I feel like everything just is pushing down on me, and I'm only one person and I can't cope. And that's how I'm feeling at the moment. I know I will. I always do. But it's like sometimes I look up above and I'd say, because I don't know what your beliefs in that are. I believe I have guides, guardian angels, that sort of thing. And I look up to them and say, guys, please, make something good happen. Do something, give me something, anything. Because day in, day out, it just is so hard sometimes. Sometimes I find it easier, sometimes I find it harder. And at the moment, I'm just all over the place. Really all over the place. You know, I think it's because, or part of it is because I don't get, Sunday I got time to myself. I did, sorry, playing with mail. I did get to craft a little. I did help. Corey basically helped me cook dinner. He was a little bit tricky for the first time cooking on his own, for him to do it on his own, so I stepped up and cooking together. It was fun. The only thing I've learned is you don't give Corey control of the curry powder, because what we had was, it's cool. I call it a curried chicken with rice and peas, and what it is thigh fillets. So chicken chicken thigh fillets, skinless of course. Don't eat skin on my chicken at all. Fillets or thighs. And you just brown them off. I do it in a non-stick pan. And you sprinkle, just a sprinkle, on each side of each one. Like when you're browning the first side, on the other side you sprinkle just a little bit of curry powder. Then you turn them over and you sprinkle a little bit more curry powder, so that you get the curry flavour but not really heat. Well, put it this way, my curry powder container was new. I only opened it maybe a fortnight ago. I bought it and I opened it. I had used it once. Well, it's nearly empty. Some of the chicken pieces that Corey put this curry powder on, well, they were crusted in curry powder. So once you've done that, you remove it to the side. And what I should have done is, because while it's sitting there, it loses a lot of the juices and stuff. So I should have probably left that. But I'll explain later. I added it. Because once you've done that, you then fry off a tiny diced onion in the pan that you've cooked the chicken in. Because you've released some juices, you do not... the recipe actually calls for adding a bit of olive oil. I think I add a little bit just so that the curry powder didn't burn. Because the curry powder that's left in the pan, you cook onion in it and ginger. Just a teaspoon of ginger, crushed ginger. You brown that off so that till the onions are clear. Then you add 2 cups of rice. 2 cups. I think it's 2 cups. I do 2 cups. And you brown that off till or not brown it. You toss it in the fry pan with the onion, the curry residue, and the ginger, until the rice goes from white to translucent, because it picks up all the flavours and it absorbs the little bit of oil that you've got in the pan. So basically what you should end up with when your rice is ready to be transferred into your baking dish, your pan should be clean if you've used a non-stick pan. You should basically look like you haven't cooked in it. So anyway, then you tip the rice mixture into a baking dish. And then you lay... Now I think I did 8. I usually do 8 thighs, 8 to 9 thighs, depending on the packet. And you lay them on top of the rice. Then you get 4 cups of chicken stock. Now, I don't use, you can buy the pre-made one, but I don't. I use the chicken stock powder, and I make it up myself. I do 4 cups of warm water to whatever the teaspoon is, maybe a little bit more, just to make sure the rice gets flavoured. You pour that over, put foil over it, and stick it in the oven for about an hour until your chicken's cooked and your rice is cooked. And that's it. And when you take it out, peas. You're going to be asking me where the peas come in. When you take it out of the oven, microwave up some peas, boil up peas, whatever you want to do to your peas, cook your peas. And take the chicken off and then mix the peas through the rice and serve. Well, when you add the chicken back onto the top of the rice, usually I pour whatever juices are in the bottom of the bowl that I've had the chicken in, back over the rice. I did this on Sunday night, not thinking how much curry powder Corey had used. I couldn't eat it. Both the boys had 2 serves. I had half a serve. But then he made me chocolate chip cookies. And were they good? They weren't just chocolate chip cookies. They were choc chip cookies with maple syrup, peppermint essence, chocolate melts, both white and chocolate, milk chocolate, and coconut. And the choc chips were both white and milk chocolate as well. I can tell you guys, there was more chocolate in those cookies. We are so blurry tonight. There was more chocolate in those cookies than cookie dough. Some of them ended up being just big blobs of chocolate with a little bit of, and let's see if I turn this. Is that better? With a little bit of cookie dough holding them together. But they were really, really, really good. I really enjoyed those. And it's very unusual for Corey to want to cook. So when he wanted to cook or bake, I let him. So yeah, that was my Sunday. Not a lot else has been happening. Mr. X forgot Mother's Day existed for me. Obviously, when you have a new baby and a skanky thing that lives with you, the person that's been there and supported you for the last 20 odd years doesn't exist anymore. It really got to me. Really got to me. I'm not going to lie. It got to me. But I just have to suck it up. Move on. What do they say? You can't live in the past. You can't dwell on the future. You got to live for the present. Some days that's harder than others. But I'll get there. I know I'll get there. Everyone keeps telling me, oh, you'll get there. Things will get better. Sometimes when you're living it, you think nothing's ever going to get better. I thought 3 years ago, I thought life would be better by now. It's no different to what it was 3 years ago. And it's not like that I don't... Look, I could understand it if I wasn't doing anything to try and make my life better. I'm trying to make my life better. I am trying to better myself. I'm starting a uni course at the end of this month to better myself, to get a degree, to get better prospects at getting a job. But it doesn't seem to matter what I do, nothing works. So it's very hard to stay positive. And I know there's got to be other people out there that are probably worse off than me, but my motto is, I understand, I empathise, I feel for, I reach out, I support people that are worse off than myself. But what we all need to remember, and I think I've talked about this before, we aren't living other people's lives. We are living our own lives, in the sense of that while we empathise, sympathise, support, and do all that for others that may be having different struggles, I'm not going to say, actually, I said they were worse off. Well, no, they're having different struggles. Their issues are different. But it doesn't make them any less, or make you any less important than them. My issues for me are big for me, because they're the things I'm dealing with. The financial, the emotional, all of that. It's my issues, and to me they are huge. To someone else they might not be, but to me they are huge. I still live with the, not threat, but the not knowing, or the uncertainty, no security of the roof over my head. The uncertainty of whether I'm going to have a car next week. There's all these uncertainties that I live with. There's all these issues that I face. And the most frustrating thing to me is all these things that are causing my stress, my worries, my anxiety, and all that are things that I have no control over whatsoever. I can only control what I can control. These things aren't things that I can control. These things are not controlled, but are in the hands of my ex. Because of the agreement we had when he left, that he is no longer consistently doing. We had agreement when he left, and it worked well. It worked really well. The car is in his name. The debt for the car is in his name. So he told me that was the only thing that, after 20 odd years, I was going to be walking away from the relationship with, apart from raising the boys and having the boys 24/7. So he would continue to pay it. He would continue to pay above and beyond child support to make sure my rent was paid. He was meant to assist in paying my bills. The ones because they're for the boys. Like my electricity bill wouldn't be anywhere near as high as it is if I was living on my own. All my water, all my gas. And he put us in this massive house that is expensive to run. So he said he'd pay a portion of the bills. He said he'd pay a portion of the phone bill because of the internet, the boys needing the internet for school. Well, that's all gone by the wayside. So now I struggle. And I'm getting there. I'm getting ahead with my bills. I'm doing it. But it takes a lot of effort, budgeting, rearranging. You stand on your head to get money to stretch. You go without. As a mother, you go without. I go without so much. And that is why I know people are going to say, you got no money, you complain about it. I don't. I'm not saying. What I'm trying to get at is these are issues that I have faced. We have faced them before. We faced them as a couple where things would be tight or whatever. But the emotional support was there behind it. At the moment, there's no there's no emotional support behind, like, to back up when I'm having a bad money thought day or whatever. There's no emotional side to it. And learning to go from what financially we had coming in when he went to what I've got now, and I'm still running the same house, and I'm still feeding the kids, and I'm still doing everything that I was doing while he was here. But the income into the house has dropped dramatically. Like, I'm trying to figure it out in my head as we're talking. I've dropped probably to a third, if not less, a bit less, monthly, what's coming in to when he was here. Because when we were together, his business was going really, really well. Now, not so much. But I think what I'm saying is, for me, it was acclimatizing from having that amount of money that we had to living, like, I never lived week to week, paycheck to paycheck. Never. Not for a lot of years anyway. Money was just there. You just did whatever you wanted, you did. There was no limit to what I could do. Now, but I did do something for myself this week. I finally put my first Blitzy order in. And I'm so excited. It wasn't very much. It was enough so that I didn't have to pay postage. But I'm so excited. I've got some more Gorgeous Girl stuff coming because I want to do my album in Gorgeous Girls, one of them. And then I also put in a Craft Online, the Australian one, an order through them. But that one I'm doing Afterpay. So I've paid one payment and I've got 3 to go. So, and that is how I'm going to do it from now on. Craft Online is slightly more expensive than Blitzy for a lot of things. But in saying that, they've got Afterpay. And I need to balance up, okay, well, do I want to save money today? Or do I mind spending that little bit extra and having the option of Afterpay? Because I've worked it out that once this one's done, when my next one comes, I can order up to $200 an order, which will take me 4 pays, so 8 weeks to pay it off. And I'm still spending less than if I went to Spotlight, because we all know Spotlight is expensive. Blurry, focus. Focus. So yeah, I did do that. And look, guys, I'm not whinging about money. I really am not. I'm just talking to you in the sense of when I had money and it didn't matter what I did with it, I thought I knew it all. I thought I could live on very little. I couldn't understand it. And then now I've got little, I now understand why people not complain, not because you don't complain, because you do it. You just do it. You've got no choice but to do it. But it is an adjustment, and balancing money is an issue for a lot of people. Probably the majority of people. As I said, I go without a lot because I want the boys to still be able to have certain things. As you saw in my grocery haul, I still want them to be able to have their soft drink every now and then and their potato chips and, the frivolous things. I'm sorry, we cannot live as human beings in today's society and never have a treat. You just can't do it. Because if you do that, you feel deprived all the time, which is just going to make you feel sad, miserable, and, depressed. So you can't do it. So, I got nearly no money left now till next fortnight, but I've got my food, my bills are paid, my rent's paid, I'm warm, got a roof over the head. Now, what more can I ask for? Would I like more money to do more things, to be able to buy more stuff, to go more places? Sure, wouldn't we all? I think I just get a bit down because there are so many things I want to do. Not for myself. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I really don't do a lot for myself, which is why when I put my Blitzy and Craft Online order in, I felt guilty for 3 days. Today, I wanted to do it. I only did it yesterday morning, but I felt guilty when I started working my order out last week. As the day got closer and closer to actually putting the order in and processing it, I was physically feeling sick because that money, I kept thinking, that money can go for this, that money can do that. I can get the boys this, I can get the boys that, I can get so-and-so this and send that to them. And then I thought, no. It's time I did something for me without the guilt. That's what my psychologist is trying to get me to do. But not that easy, really, if you think about it. If you always do for others and very rarely get for yourself, it's very hard to not feel guilty, to not think about what else could have been done with that money. So yeah, I forget where I was going then. I told you my brain's been very brain civvy lately. So yeah, I have spent money. Not going to feel guilty. Not going to say I have spent money I shouldn't have, because I'm always doing for others, because that is me. I did decrease my Blitzy order because I bought Corey something that he's been wanting since his birthday. His father was going to buy it for his birthday for him, and he didn't. His birthday was over a month ago. It was about 6 weeks ago now. And he hasn't had a gift off his father, nor a card. So, of course, Mummy steps in again and does that. So I actually had to reduce what I ordered from Blitzy by quite a bit to compensate for that. But, as I said, as a mother, you do it. I am trying to get the albums done for my challenge. I've got to wait for my Blitzy order for one of them, or either my Blitzy or Craft Online. Still don't know how. The other thing, Craft Online. It's Queensland. It's coming Australia Post. It was sent yesterday, but they're not expecting me to get it till next Tuesday. And I'm like, isn't it 2-day delivery? Usually for postage for parcels in Australia. Anyway, I just have to wait. I was hoping to have it before the weekend, but it doesn't look like I'm going to, which is a bit of a downer because I was going to use it over the weekend. Blitzy, I've got no idea how long that's going to take to get here. Oh, sorry, guys, I'm opening a drink. I'm hoping it's not too long. I'm hoping it's within the fortnight, because it says 5 to 15 days approximately. So I'm hoping maybe it's 5 days, which will make it early next week. But I will start as soon as I don't even need the internet for the lace one. I am going to do that. I am also looking at making something else that I am going to probably do a video on over the weekend that I might look at selling if anyone wants to buy it. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I've just looked up, and because we haven't chatted for so long, we're at 32 minutes. So I might say those words, and I might come back tomorrow night or Friday night, one or the other, with another chit chat, just to sort of catch up on everything. I'll be back soon with a VR. Oh, pardon me. It's lemonade. Very, very gassy. I will be back with a VR for Debbie Vignola and one for the Crafty Shed Davies. Anyway, guys, going to say those words before this mouth keeps talking. I hope you're healthy, happy, and having fun, and I'll catch you soon. Bye for now.